What a beautiful sky. We'll get the drone up here in a couple minutes. You have any corn?
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good. You know, at 5:30, I'm walking around the house. I'm like, it's pitch black. There's no way that you're going to be able to pick by.
Oh, we have lights.
Oh, okay. I had no idea. Very good.
Do you know my husband, John?
No, I don't. John, I've shot you on the tractor there with the drone, and hope you enjoy the videos.
And that's Mike and Jim, cousins.
Oh, I saw Cousin Jim. Yes, Mike. Cousin Jim was working the stand the one day I was down there.
Okay.
Very good. Wow. Mountain of corn.
You gonna what? You gonna what?
Morning, Jim.
Good morning.
He has just one more wagon load to pick, so you tell me when you want me to send him out.
Oh, whenever you want. I don't care. I was going to get the drone in the air
Okay.
and get some of the sunrise and all here.
Okay.
You're right. What a beautiful sky.
Well, look what I got this morning. Not that one.
Wow.
That's that smoke in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some fog. It was nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
The
right.
sun's about ready to come up. So whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm going to get the drone out and
Then down there, the fields down there, there's several plantings down there. You'll see different stages of the corn growing.
mm-hmm.
So that's where we'll pick in September.
Okay.
And then today he's going to be down below Jim's house down in there.
Okay.
Okay.
I can follow all the way to the end without any trouble.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Good morning, folks. Oh, good morning, folks. It's Rob. We're down here at down on the farm, as Bob Evans used to always say with his commercials. But we're at the McElhinny corn farm, and we're ready to get it in the air. Okay. I'll start here and put the camera out there. Oh, we have to do a little 360 here. That's where the sun is, coming up over the hill. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that sky. Let's raise the gimbal up here a little bit. No one paints a skyscape like the good old Lord. Okay. Well, we're going to go right down here. There's Jim's house down there. Oh, that's where everyone's working on the corn. So we're just going to do that's where all the sorting gets done. They pull all the corn that is not suitable for sale. Get the tractor and all the equipment in there. Look at the bags of corn. They start about 5:30 according to Jan. It was pitch black here, and I was wondering how they'd pick corn and all and sort. They all have lights, so flashlights. I didn't know that they'd do that because the only thing I had seen them sorting a corn with was sunlight. The one day I was out here, wet, rainy sunlight. But there you have it. Look at the pallets of corn just waiting to be picked up by their customers. Probably all over Western PA. There we go. John McElhinny's the one running the tractor most of the time. Here comes someone down the road to pick up corn. Oh, look at the sun in the background there. I'm about to trying to get the sunrise in there also, but we'll go for that here in just a minute. There we go. There's the sun out there. Wow. Everything's focused on the bright sun. So up about 145 feet. And I'm not sure. I'm seeing some dark spots on the camera lens. Daggone it. It's so dark I couldn't quite see. There's someone going past me. Another truck. He's coming in for more corn. One pulls out. Got a few birds there. Yeah, guess that truck's going down to turn around. Look at the perfect rows. My goodness. Absolutely amazing. There, that truck's all turned around. at lower field, down towards the top of the screen. That'll be harvested in September, about 112 feet. I think we'll fly back here around Jim's house, all the way down here. We're at 80 feet. You know what? I'm going to put it up a little bit. I brought it down. Oh, look at the fog in there. 57% power, and there's a bunch of geese. As long as they don't go after the drone, we're fine. I'm just going to do a nice slow turn here. I was about to really zap it. That makes people go a little bit airsick and sitting there watching the drone from their easy chair and crazy movements like that. Zoomed all the way out around Jim's. Oh, Jim's got a nice looking garden there. Wow. Got some transformers. And this is all freshly plowed. Oh. Look at all the tire marks and everything. You know how much fuel it takes to plow a field? The one farmer was using an old farm-all, said that his farm-all used about 4.5 gallons per hour when he was working around the farm. I'm trying to stay away from the trees. Fly right down the edge of the field here. Now it looks like let's look over there. We can do that anytime. We're gonna. Looks like John's out on the tractor. There's a bunch of automated controls on this particular drone called Follow Me and all that sort of thing. I don't really care to use all those. I actually fly the drone. So let's see where John's going to be working. At 49% power. We'll get John started with this battery. And then we'll swap batteries. Bring the drone back, swap batteries, and get him while he's Let's turn it in. And there's the first corn on this wagon. Well, we're just going to drop it down a little bit. We're down about 50 feet, so we got to watch for trees. 42 feet. I'll get back up to 50. It's funny, when I was down in Kentucky, we were landing at the bottom of like 4 good size hills, mountains, whatever. And pilot in command, Tom, said, how many bushels of corn do you get from a acre of corn? How many bushels of corn do you get from an acre? And fellow down there kind of laughed and said, older gentleman, he says, you ain't from around here, is you boys? He says, down here we don't measure corn by the bushel. And later, Tom found out we were in the middle of moonshine country. So, although we like to see deer, we don't like to see them eating all the corn. They're taking a bite off the top and ruining. All right. There's And there's another deer. Oops. 4 more deer. My goodness. 32% power. We're out about 1,500 feet. All that corn that's sitting on the ground over there is the corn that has been damaged by, they said, a lot of it's raccoons, but we just saw a whole bunch of deer right there. So my obstacle avoidance worked very well there. Thankful that I have that and keep it turned on most of the time. We'll just track John. You know what? We have to back up here and see exactly where we are. There's the sun. We're going to drop it down. Get a shot with 65 feet. There we go. There's the sun and John on the tractor. And we have 24% power. And I think with that, we are going to bring the drone back and put another battery on there. So let's do that.
Return to home.
A few birds here flying in front of the drone. Not happy with whatever's taking up their territory. Well, looks like we got 32 minutes out of that battery. 32 minutes of flight.
Landing.
We still have a few birds investigating.
Takeoff. Home point up.
And there we go. We're in the air. Everything looked good. We're going to get back down. Now let's get up in the air further. That John right there? No. Okay. There's John. I don't think we have to worry about hitting a tree at that point. Let's see, what's his wagon look like? He's got quite a bit of corn on there. You know what? John's always looking at the corn that he's cutting. Let's go around on this side. We're 132 feet, should be above the trees, but there's some awful tall trees right there. One 133 feet, 93% power. We can stay up there for a while. Let's drive out of the frame. Here we go. That is a wagon of corn. My goodness. Now I've already got 30 some minutes of footage. On the ground, I've got more than that. Walking around the wagon while they were sorting. So this will be quite a long video. Unless I cut some out and speed some up. Just oh, not too close to the trees. Not sure where John's going with the wagon now. Oh, there we go. Whoa, not too close to that tree. We're at 160 feet, 62 feet. We have the zoom all the way out. 87% power. Got it down to low 20s there on the last battery. It's actually no wind at all here, so didn't lose a lot of power while the drone was trying to stay steady. Let's see if we can put down about signal interference. Okay, we're too far away for a real low shot. We're down to about 100 feet. Gone backing up there. Wow. I think John's headed for the sorting area. Wow. The terrestrial fog, the sun. This couple little blips there. Sure doesn't take very long to get a whole wagon of corn there. Look, the equipment lined up there. Wow. Just going to zoom in, and I think I'll just leave it out where it is. We're at 168 feet, 77% power. I think this was their third wagon of the morning. Jan was telling me. We got another truck with a trailer sitting there. So, farm workers right here. We have about a half a dozen people operating with the farm. Then you have truck drivers coming in, picking up the farm. Excuse me, picking up the corn. Concentrating on my coffee here, not what I'm saying. There's another pallet of corn being loaded. Oh, it's going on the pickup truck. Sorry. Yeah, the wrong one. Holy smokes. That's a lot of corn. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. I don't know, what was it, about 25 bags of corn? I'm guessing I'm adding a couple for what I probably can't see. Wow. Now that would be a big corn roast. There we go. Everyone moves around to the fresh wagon. At 5:30, it was black. I needed a flashlight to see around inside the house. I didn't want to turn lights on and wake up my wife. But now at a couple minutes after 7, wow, beautiful sunshine. We're at 66% power. Okay, we're going. Let's take a look here again at the sun. There we go. I think we're going to do a little sideways flying. We're all the way out as far as the zoom. And we're just going to fly sideways. Wow. Thank you, Lord. Go all the way down here. Haven't heard any train whistles this morning. And there's the end of the property. We're going to go up here. Here's some of the corn I drove by and when I first came in, right along the road. And we're pretty much over the edge of the trees in the creek. We're going to just fly up here. What beautiful farm country. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful log cabin there. There's that H, my home point. I'm flying from. .54% power. There's the end field where John was harvesting the corn this morning. I believe they've got another area where they farm, not really connected to this area. I think it's on the other side of the trees, but actually where the drone is behind me, behind the drone. We'll just buzz along here. We want to be careful. We have our obstacle avoidance turned on, which is 360 degrees on this drone, because we don't want to have to send a video to Ken Heron for his crash collection. So we're going to take a little view here, see if we're all the way at the edge. No, we are not. So we're going to do a sideways look at the lower field. Wow. Well, there you have it. There's the McElhinny farm, where all that great Evans City corn comes from. You know what? You're really far up here. Image transmission. Okay. We're going to go down here a bit. We'll just wanted to be down about 80 feet and fly the lower field here. As someone was in Ace yesterday and said he liked my corny video. Speaking of the video I did on the McElhinny cornfields last week. So there we go. %, power. And they're still picking and sorting. %, power. Let's see. And we get them done. It's fairly high now, but I'm going to see if we can. Let's see, where's the sun up in the sky? Put it up. Actually, a little too high, I think. Be able to get them still in the shot. %32 power. All right. Well, that just about does it for this battery. I could keep it in the air for quite a bit more. 30% power, I could take it down to 15% since I'm so close and land it safely. But, oh, just look at the beautiful ground here. But with that, as I say, I think we're just going to pack this drone back up and we'll let it do an auto return to home. Love how it plots going around that tree. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for being along on the ride, folks.